Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
L'Amérique n'a pas loupé nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a quoi qui j'ai loupé prince. L'Amérique n'a pas loupé. T'as bien de moi avec moi au nous. En ce moment, on va battre au moins néo. Montagne dit, t'as mon mouillé, ça va bien pour moi, il pleure. Toi, Abela Lokeyo, quand on soit du roi, allez, envoyez, attire le roi, et là-haut, Abela Lokeyo, Nivito Jobai, Nivito Namba, Martis Mokeyo, Manda Didi. Ouais, t'es jamais forcé. Si tu connais, tu connais. L'animateur Choco, non, il y a 5 de Toyebi. L'homme a tout fait pour Mivito. Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberian Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning into Liberian Public Radio. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank God for this wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Thank God for everything. And we thank God for all of us. Because of him, we're here. So let me read this little passage here before I move on. Father, you have the power to control the sun and the moon. You are everlasting light. You are everlasting light. My Lord Jesus, we thank you again this evening. As we come before you again tonight, we ask that you take complete control of this service here tonight. My Lord, because of you, we are here, and we're very thankful and grateful. My Lord, because of you, we will be here again tomorrow, and we're very grateful for that as well. We want to thank you for our brothers and sisters. We want to thank you for everything that you have done, giving us the opportunity to be to where we are today. Thank you. Can you imagine if a man was in control of what I do, what I don't do, how I succeed and what I fail? Oh, my goodness, my God. If I stay here tonight to talk about some of the things that you have done, I won't be able to get up. Thank you. Everything that I can say to you is thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your forgiving spirit. Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you. From the time we were born up to this time, my God, things that some of us have gone through. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you. That's all we can say to you, is to say thank you and praise you. We're not embarrassed. We're not ashamed. We will stay here publicly and proclaim that you are the Father for all of us. And those the people that don't know you, we're asking them to come to you, because you are the light, everlasting light. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My God, we ask that you continue to bless the Republic of Liberia. We ask that you continue to bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. My Lord, as we come out here again tonight to open our mouths, please take complete control. Guide our thoughts. Whatever comes out of our mouth again tonight, that is must be of decent proposal. We ask that if jealousy, envy, and wickedness, everything else that we're guilty of, but we call your name in pure spirit of yours, and we ask you to let all of those things out of our system tonight. Guide our thought, guide our mouth as we talk about our brothers and sisters, that jealousy and envious should be the voice of all of those kinds of conversation tonight. We want to thank you. My Lord, we ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks, let's go ahead. Samson told. Thank you, guys. Mr. Asiru, thank you very much. Asiru, I might just invite you one day here to just give me a little gospel song before I go on to my stuff. I might even ask you to see if you can, because I know you can play guitar, and just play some kind of gospel song guitar that I can use to open my prayer with my show with. Sister Goya, thank you very much. If you don't have the time, whatever you're ready, the link is out there. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not too sure where they're starting this 100-day deliverable and it becoming such a talk of the town. I'm not too sure where this 100-day deliverable starts. Is it from January, 24th or something like that, whenever the inauguration, or is it from the end of the month when January ending? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. My own 100-day that I have down here is May 10th. That's what I have, and that's what I'm going to go by. So on a very serious note, my own deliverable, 100 days deliverable that I'm going to be talking about, it is not about what they didn't accomplish, but how were they not able to accomplish it? Was there any information provided to our Liberian brothers and sisters, our mothers, fathers, to understand that, yes, indeed, they are working on it? That's all that I care for. Because I know for sure when President Baka stood there in public and said, no car going to get stuck here in 100 days. As an engineer, I know it's not possible if you're thinking about fixing all of the roads in Liberia. I don't think that's possible. So I'm not even worrying about it. I don't even see it. Besides that, the 100-day deliverable for me is just a gauge. What are the direction they're taking? What are the direction they're taking that will benefit our people? That's what I look at. That's what I look for. I'm not concerned about the 100 days. You think Joseph Waka going to come and fix the broken pieces? CDC put us in a hole. We can't even climb out. You think about Honorable Dr. J. I give him a doctor. I say Dr. Joseph Waka. I say so. You think you're sitting there, sedition, you're sitting there, you're to put your foot in your mouth. You think you're sitting there and say, hey, 100 days. Why 100 days? We gave you 6 years. You ain't able to deliver. 100 days. You better find place to sit down, CDC and sedition. You can't talk 100 days. My people can't hear their head. Yeah, we're going to business it. All I care for this 100 days. What are the directions? Are they on the right path? From my perspective. From their perspective, they think they're in the right place. The path is correct for them. But is it okay for me? That's what I'm going to be speaking of. And I've also have written, Mr. George, the link is out there if you care to join us as well. Fine, we're here. But I told you guys yesterday I was going to be sending this note to my, who I consider senior engineer, but a little brother of mine. And because when I'm ready to talk about the role, I will have to call his name. So I sent him a note telling him to help me guide the process. Because this young man is a very good person. He's a very good engineer. He's a teacher. He works and teaches kids engineering programs. Engineering at the I believe it's at LDU, no, Stella Marie engineering program. And he's a very good engineer. But I will be calling his name because it's under his leadership that he's thinking. I explained to him. These are substandard, just from all the pictures that I've been seeing. That's just an indication these are being built substantially. So they are not up to standard from everything else. And let me just, I think I showed you guys here the other day. This is what I'm going to use. This is from Public Work. When I went to, about 2 years ago, somebody, when I tried to work on the project that we have won, we thought we won, and they took it away. And so they gave me this booklet as a way of showing some of the processes involved in trying to rehab most of the roads in Liberia, because the road in Liberia, they Gantar, Sagapia, Tabata, Totam, blah, blah, blah. They're all already built. You're not going to use new alignment. It's the old alignment. What do you usually, when you do old alignment, you're just widening the road. But most of the time, they don't widen nothing. They just put it back to where it was. Okay? But that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm not concerned about widening road and things like that. What I'm concerned with is the durability of the road. It's a drivable. It's in a good condition. Will it last? Those are the kinds of stuff that I'm going to be looking for. But good thing for us, as I've stated before, the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency give Liberian government the blueprint how to do it. Let me bring in Jerry. How to do it. Okay? So, and I told this young man, from all indication, these people are not following the process. It's not coming from me. And I will lay it out here. I will print them out and show them how they're supposed to be and why the way they're not doing it. I'll go through all of them because they have some good illustration here, So they tell you how to go about it in certain area. And I hope you'll be able to help me to explain that. Okay. So we'll be here. But tonight, I'm just going to be talking a lot of Tabata. Mr. George, Mr. Sisi, Goya, Terry, if you're listening, join me. Let me talk about Tabata. So, my Tabata here, as soon as Jerry comes back, I see in the background, I'll bring him on. My Tabata here tonight is this. CDC and CDC, you've been complaining about 90 days, 90 days, 100 days. Firstly, I tell you, that ain't your business. You stay in your little corner. You go to PHP on the PHP playground. That's why you go play there. President Baka is busy trying to straighten things up. The mess you made. That's what President Baka is focusing himself on. You hear all day, 100 day, people can hear their ear. 100 day. You left us with big mess. President Baka is trying to fix that. You hear talk about 100 day, my foot. Go to PHP Park and enjoy yourself. Go play football. And you saw the karate stuff President we were doing today? Here in Kalasco, they were playing karate. Those are the kinds of people that we give 6 years to. 6 years. They're not going around regretting that they got flogged.
We'll get our people. I know what I want to talk about.
They're not regretting that they got flogged. If they're playing karate, fighting karate, you know karate time? That karate will bring you by. Y'all get President Baka the chain, man. Your fun play to sit down, man. Let President Baka do his job. President Baka will succeed. Nothing you'll do, you'll say that will hurt him. And one of the things I like about this president, he don't care what Samson told say. He can even be on my website on Liberia Public Radio, and we'll cry and say he don't care. He made a decision, and that's it. He's going with it. So all of you see this 100 day, people can hear that ear. They're sitting there. We get your 6 years. They kind of hold your dog for us. President Baka is trying his best to get her out of that hole. First of all, before he start anything new, he got to dig us out first. Bring us to the surface. Then he said, okay, you're here now. The rescue team have brought you up from the hole. Now, let's see now. Let's find our barrel. Because when we come from that hole, some of us will be drunk. You know, because you're trying to, put the CDC pour in the hole and cover her up. For 6 years, we couldn't even see light. And President Baka brought us out of that. He's trying to bring us out. They're sitting there, said 100 days, he's trying to take us out of the hole. The whole CDC dug for us. He's taking us out. Marvel days, 100 day. Who care for your 100-day business? Jerry, thank you for joining me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just saw some. I've been reading some stuff on social media about the 100-day CDC and 100-day. Well, we get in 6 years. They put us in the hole. President Baka is using that 100-day to take us out of the hole. That's all I care. What say you, Jerry? Thank you for joining me, my brother.
Welcome. Good evening.
Thank you.
Oh, look, like I always say, President Baka, the Excellency, will surprise the Liberian people. Yeah. All those who making all these tabata noise and stuff like that. Look.
You're right.
I know Baka. You're a man with principle. I'll say on the network. I've been saying it for the time I joined you. He's a man with principle. He's a man who taught him obviously before he makes decisions. He might be slow, but he's a man with principle. Look, let me say this on the network. Getting the former running mate, what's his name? The former senator. I know he's still a senator from Magibi.
That Nukwe.
I serve on a committee. And it left for 2 people to make that decision. And for Baka to make that decision, we all were surprised. Because there were 25 names that came all the way to 2 names. And to that 2 names, to my greatest surprise, Baka were able to pay nickel. So I know Baka. So look. Let me say this. Maybe he was a candidate, but if somebody that I work with, somebody that I known for a very long time, almost 2 decades, somebody who write names. When he talk to you, one thing I know about Baka, if Baka see today, I don't know how he does it. If you see today, too, you come back again, you say, and Samson too, with the age, that man, he can remember things. He know who he is. So look, not because I support Baka. If anything go wrong, no, look, we gotta be honest. But Baka have an agenda. That's not everything you're gonna put on forefront. It's a gradual process. You understand? You have to start from alphabet, before you go to Liberian from kindergarten before we go up. So with the 100 days, fine. Liberian people have been waiting for the 100 days. Today, where he went? He went what? That's only when you were today, or on Ronda Street where they were cleaning the
Yeah,
water.
yeah. When he did that cluster,
Yeah.
what is it, Western cluster or something like that?
Yeah. So look, what guy would deliver? Look, we all make mistakes, but are you willing to admit to your mistakes, or are you willing to say, okay, I made just a missteps, I'm willing to rectify it? That's what makes you a leader.
Yeah.
If you make mistake, you own it.
Yeah.
No excuses.
You're right.
Right? If you make mistake, you own it and say, look, I made a mistake, and you'll be highly respected. If Waka made mistake, you will tell you the Liberian person, look, I made a mistake, and this is what it is, folks.
Yep.
And nobody has a minimum principle. So they can talk about 100 days or whatever you want to say. But let me tell you something, my brother.
Let me bring in Terry quick.
Buckeye.
Good evening, Terry.
Hey, Papa. Libra, how you doing, man?
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
I saw you in what the place in Minnesota.
Yeah, but I didn't see you.
No. I put a picture up last night.
I didn't see. Oh, okay, yeah.
I was not here. You didn't watch it last night. That's why. But thank you.
No.
You were well received. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, man.
What I was
doing, took that picture.
I try to exchange number anyway, so let's see who we can be talking off the air sometime if necessary.
All right, Papa.
Yeah, that would be good.
Thank you. So, Terry, thank you for joining us. Matabata tonight, and I'm not too sure if that's what I want you to follow, but you can say your own. Matabata tonight is sedition. I've been reading most of the social media. All they talk about all day, 100 day. I said them on far play to sit down. And then their business. They put us for 6 years. They put us in a hole, dug a hole. So President Dr. Bakai is taking the 100 days to try to pull us from the hole. So when he brings us out of the hole, that's when we're all going to find our balance, and then the rescue team going to pick up. But if people they put us in a hole for 6 years, they come and run out 100. They let them find play to sit down. But I'm not too sure if that's the same thing you're going to follow tonight. What's on your plate, Terry?
Well, yes, there's something to talk about because 100 days have elapsed, and whether if we are.
But let me ask you, the 100 day, Terry, the 100 day, when does it start?
Well, the 100 days is supposed to begin from January 22nd. When he, on the day of inauguration, when he took over office. Okay. That is what I suspect.
I'm going to May 10th as my 100 day.
Yeah, that's it. May 10th, yeah.
Okay. But people are saying that tomorrow will be the 100 days delivery conclusion.
No, it is not. The math is wrong.
Let them continue talking.
The math is wrong.
Go ahead,
they have to I think the opposition well played their hand into making President Bokar to not be able to fulfill his 100-day deliverable, to slow him down in the process. And I think one of the ways they did that was to stall the budget. They just passing the budget actually, and what can he accomplish within that period of time? You need money to get everything done. But I think the 100-day deliverable should have been centered around the roads construction and the auditing of, governmental entities that he promised that he will audit. I think those were so far and that is what he's trying to do. And I believe because of the lack of funds and all that. But what took my concern was that I saw President Weah and Glasgow doing some kind of martial arts stuff. I don't know what they were on, but I thought that was laughable.
But Terry, let me stop you right there. This juvenile behavior is no longer in the executive mansion.
Yeah, that reminds me about when he was president. Some of the things that he used to do, the fun and all those kind of things. So I thought that was laughable. But yeah, he's doing his thing. But I think President Barker got to beef up too, in as much as we believe he can do better, and we believe he will do better. But there are some decisions that he have to step up his game. He have to begin to take some major actions, like the decision he just made with the tenure positions after the Supreme Court ruling. I thought that was something to look at too. You know, by going ahead and suspending people on the foundation of corruption, which was welcoming, but whether if the timing were precise and all of that, that was something that was also in the media too. But yeah, I think that President Barker would do better. I think he has so much opportunities before him that they can make him to do well. I think there are so much chances that he can take advantage of. And within the next 1 or 2 years from now, we suspect that Liberia will start to begin to take a different shift. That is why we are hopeful.
Yeah, you're quite correct. And I think the Carrasco president, has gotten used to the limelight. And he's no longer in the picture as much. So he tried to, for me, I believe he tried to create these little stuff for people to get them on their lips. What kind of karate? We started watching karate show. I started watching karate show since 1970. What kind of karate show will do that kind of thing? We had Carrasco there, flaga, that kind of thing, you know. And he got another one. Where they're in a jeep. Look, but that part of the jeep. Look at all the equipment that he has in his place in Liberia. Look at all the equipment he was in a gym running on that treadmill. Look at that kind of treadmill. It's like any other gym in this country. Okay. So why was it when he was senator? Where was the treadmill? When he was senator, he didn't do all of that kind of stuff. But that's something they need to look at. But I think you're quite correct. For me, the 100-day, all I can say to sedition is that they're wasting their time. Let them talk about 100-day. Let them talk. And then they used to have the song, you take your blueprint, we're taking our road, we're building bad road medicine. That's the same song. You'll take your 100-day, Baka President, Dr. Joseph Baka will take us out of the hole. Your 100-day, my foot. And I see things shamelessly. You got President Baka, President we are doing karate stuff when President Baka is working, trying to take us out of this hole. President we are over there making fool out of Liberia. He thinks he's doing something. It's nothing good here. Nothing good here. So let them talk all they want to talk. I don't even see them say. So let me go to Jared. Let me warn the other so-called conservative. Tonight is not the best time to come on. Tonight, your conservative view, the like of Edmund Joyce, the like of Dr. Malley, tonight is not the time to come out with a conservative view. Tonight is for us to sit here and praise Dr. Baka. If you come here and you say you want to say something, well, you might find yourself on the sideline. Thank you. Let me come to Jerry. Jerry, on a very serious note, I know the 100 days for me is not yet, but we started a conversation about that yesterday. Yeah. And one of the concerns that I have, and I'm not too sure, like you corrected, always saying, you know President Baka. You know President Baka. Do you think we will take that from you now to give us a lead on this? Do you think President Baka has already been put in the bubble, or he's being put in the bubble? Well, you can't hear us, Terry? Okay, all right, thank you.
No, look.
Let me bring the man in. Let me bring Evan Joy. Good evening, Mr. George. Tonight,
how you doing?
Yeah, but let me just say that tonight that Baka Day, we're praising him. So join to sing the praise, but it just if I say that, say not even moving you because you, Mr. Joy, you're not here for anybody to push you around. But I will try. So join us tonight to praise President Baka. This is President Baka's show tonight. So join us to praise President Baka. You think you will join us?
I don't know. What do you mean pray to praise him tonight?
Just be happy about the fact that you're president. That
No. I don't.
You see?
What you mean? I'm going to be happy because he's president? No.
I knew that.
I like that. No. They try to coerce you.
I knew it was not going to last.
They try to coerce you.
Good evening, Mr. Josh. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Let me come to you quickly because Terry, I think his audio is having some issue. What's on your plate?
I gotta get a good internet, man. I know what kind of internet here I always give him problems.
Look.
Yeah.
What is on my mind today, and I continue to say this thing here. I say 6 months to 1 year, someone will get to know the direction in which Honorable Baka wants to take this country. But 3 months, there's no yardstick I can use to measure this man. His president said, 3 months, I can't do so. I will not be honest. But 6 months to 1 year, I can say, okay, I know now the direction he wants to take the country. But there are a few things that caught my attention today. One was CDC today again, putting their foot in the mud, but it's good.
Of course.
Jefferson Court today was on the ground of the Capitol building, so they were demonstrating. If you saw that video, you can count the people. I only do quite 50.
Yeah, I saw it.
Jefferson Court. And they wanted to take advantage of this girl who was Lucas attempted wife wanted to kill her. They said they were demonstrating, they went to do something to demonstrate. But then I look at myself, what is wrong with our people? This matter was in court. You never demonstrated. The court ruled the man had left the country. Then you say you go to the Supreme Court to do what? It was not the Supreme Court that made a ruling. It was a criminal court. So I think what they're supposed to do or should have done was to take the judge complaint to the Supreme Court and the Liberian Bar Association, because they said they got recordings. Take the judge complaint there so they can investigate him. But you say you want justice for the man, for the girl. The man had left the country. What kind of justice you were seeking? Then the backdrop, I heard some of the guys saying, "Oh, he took our job from us." But so it means that you wanted to use that girl case to come out to demonstrate, and it was just sad to do. And I said it. Jefferson Kochi, I think he got to start seeing himself now. He got to go sit down and find something to do. The Liberian people saw them for 6 years. Today was a clear example. The next thing I want to talk about is just Western Cluster did that. The decision President Baka took this evening to suspend the operation. That is a huge decision he made. And that's what some of us saying. I can't judge a man within 3 months. People will have to sit down 6 months and want to let's see what he's doing. And the last thing is that's the one thing. Look at the people today, the interview. Our people are not difficult people to deal with. It's those little things you do that touch their life. The woman, look at what people say that decade, that gutter had not been cleaned. When it rained, you couldn't cross the gutter. Say the mosquitoes. But today, what they say, even when it rains now, we can cross the place here. They say the mosquitoes, the way it used to be at night again, we don't see the people toileting around the street. You saw then the jubilation in their faces. So these are things now we tell the leaders, our people are not hard to handle. But the corruption in our system, it's just difficult for us. Let me stop right there.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Josh.
Let me say something quick about.
Go ahead, Jerry.
about our sister. I'm sorry that what she went through. Thank God, at least she survived. With the Jefferson then going to demonstrate about what's the name, the fellow that the white fellow.
Jefferson Collins, they didn't go there. Jefferson Collins wanted to show to show different things.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
They just want to use that girl.
yeah, but you see, Brother George, they don't know history, or it's probably they don't read history, or they don't do research. Let's go back. I think it was 1979 or 1980.
79, the Berry case.
Yeah, the Berry case, the supermarket.
Yeah, Central Street.
Yes, exactly. A to Z supermarket.
Yeah.
So, things are there. And they are not familiar with the Liberian, what are happening in our Liberian society, what have occurred. They don't know this thing. They just react because they want to be on television or they want to be noticed. So that's what I'm going to start. But something caught my eye today. I was doing some. I wrote an article called "The Contemplate of Liberian Terrorism," and I think this is it right here. You can see it. Something like that. Yes, I wrote something on it in Liberia. And the sad part of this story, I will come to the detail. The sad part of this story, you can see it. Daily Observer carry. You can see it, right? The sad part of this story, it was written May 28, 2018. I think George had just came to power. And I wrote a story about Liberia terrorism and drugs issue in Liberia. And guess what? I was threatened. There's something for me to send an email or in my inbox. People threaten me. I'm going to take my mouth in the government. We're criticizing the government. We don't want the government to prosper. And this guy here, if you can recall, there's a bank that was on Ronald Street in Brussels. They call it BCCI.
Yeah.
Yeah, BCCI. Do you know that BCCI bank was used to deposit drugs into that place? They were using the bank. They were using it as a money laundry. BCCI, if you can recall. Who were operating it? David Botry, the guy who was smoking arms into Liberia, 1995. You know what he did? He opened up airline. The airline name was ASS Travel Agency in Liberia.
That's the airline somebody had.
Yeah. That's the airline he was using to bring drugs into our country. And when I wrote that article about Liberia, CDC administration said our damaging the image of the government. And it was very scary. There was threatening on my life. So look, these issues, they are very important in our society, especially the terrorism we're talking about. The terrorists, they don't need to make millions of dollars. All they want is hack and they sponsor their behavior and be able to carry the terrorist out. So I just want to bring that. That's why
Thank you.
That's why my mind.
Look,
Thank you.
I gotta jump in here.
But no, I have to first of all recognize and walk.
I know when you're gonna go, but I will answer your question. I know the way you're gonna leave with your question. But anyway, bring your question.
To recognize you.
No, I know where you're going with your question.
But before I do that, let me first of all welcome my own sister, Orita So. Thank you for joining us. Mr. So, welcome on Liberian Public Radio. I know you are my guest tonight, and we appreciate you coming.
I am not.
What do you mean you're not? You are my guest, and the rule here Mr. So, let me establish the rule right away. The rule here tonight, of course, I know this is Liberian Public Radio, but this is Joseph Barker night. Wow. So whatever it is, we're here to talk good and praise President Dr. Barker. So join us, but of course, you have the right to say whatever you want to say, but be mindful, this is the Liberal show. Go ahead, welcome. What's on your mind?
Hey, for George, good to see you. Terry, thanks you guys so much for the support, and Jerry Bacon. Look, you guys gotta be serious. Jerry, are you the new port of LPR now? Every night be bringing newspaper here and tell us what you do. This, you don't want to get to the
No. Okay, quiet. Let me finish. You land. Let me quiet.
Yeah.
You land. Let me let you land.
I mean, this is very saddening. You and this guy, you remember that show that used to be on LPR-TV, those two old men that can sit down to the window? That's how you and Samson told now more or less behaving. Terry is doing everything possible to distance himself from you people. They'll try to pull him in. And you telling Amos George, you telling me this is boycott net? What do you mean by boycott net? Is it boycott network? Why are you still focusing on George Weah when we should be talking about the challenges and some of the things, the progress and some of the things that need to be done? You sit down here and you just want to create some sort of theater every night.
Oh,
you need
so
to stop that.
you call now, you call your patron to join you on my show, tonight. So that you're planning now.
Look, on a serious note, y'all need to stop this thing here. You and Jerry Bacon here is
let him finish.
It's embarrassing, and Terry is feeling very uncomfortable with you guys' behavior. Look, there are a couple of things on my mind, but what actually on my mind is this vandalism that took place at the Samuel Kanyendo Sports Complex with the limited information. So I'm still placing call. But I think it was just wrong. And this is where leadership comes in. Joseph Boyka Nato, he needs to take administrative decisions. We saw what happened in the first phase. LEC, they're playing those sort of important games. They know these games are always tension-packed because they have some political nature and all of that. The first game, we saw why it happened. What happens, the NAA second house supposed to go in and current going, all of that. But I honestly am not on the side based on what I'm hearing and what I know. Maybe there are some pieces of information, but the action by the players of Grand Gilead, I think is absurd. It's not the right thing to do. They have the choice, the decisions, the technical staff who are taking the decision. If for any reason you felt that there was a cheat, you score a goal. You know, this is where they say your actions of your right can always make it wrong. If you know you score a goal, if there was anything that you found out, it was kind of like it was robbed out of you, you walk out of the field and fight in the protest. But you play the game, you decide to go into a penalty kick, and you lose the game. And then you turn around to get things, the 12 things. A stadium that you claim to be a stadium of your son. So what would have happened if you had won that game? Will you call that destruction? I mean, it's not right. It's not right. And I saw Jeremiah Gao-Soka, who is the incoming representative. He was not on the field. He did not witness anything, but he quoting people and giving the sort of statement out. Come on, folks. We can't be doing these things halfway and we think our country can be right. You didn't go on the field. Perhaps more or less, you are incoming person, you could have gone on field to energize. Maybe during that tension, you could have helped to stabilize it. But you didn't go on the field. You're not basing on hearsay and you're putting statement out. I think the technical staff of the Grand Gilead Sport Association, they should be held responsible. People should be held accountable. You score a goal and you failed that goal, you was robbed out of that goal. The best thing you should have done was to walk out of that field. You decide to continue the game, penalty kicks come out, you lose the game, and then you turn around, you want to be breaking things. What is that? That's not right.
Okay.
But Mr. So, there's a law, there's a rule now. You can't walk up the field, you have to play and fire in your protest.
Okay, so now, okay, let's take that rule now. So let's assume let's George on the limited information. All of us say they fire in the protest. They fire in the protest. What is the result of it now for you to go and start breaking?
We touched it last night. There's no justification for the action. I said they must prosecute people.
Okay, 100 days.
And just a boycott. This is where Jerry Bacon and Samson told you need to tell a guy. because they should have done everything possible. And there should be no reason why the electricity, first and foremost, should have been disrupted.
That is the Minister of Youth and Sport, the chairman of LPR, the Minister of Youth and Sport.
And I know you're holding up there now because it looks like a very strange thing, and it's not entering you guys. You're not going to see it. You're not going to consider it, but you do not want to know the antecedents of this whole problem where get us to this here. And you want to avoid it, and you coming out here with you and Jerry Backer, we should join your Zion Grove Baptist Church. You praise tonight. Is that a praise and worship night? Are you kidding me?
Thank you. Opinion, folks. Opinion only. They are not that of LPR. These are opinion. Dr. Malik, good evening. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. What's on your mind, sir?
Hey, welcoming the doctor unwillingly to that.
The doctor is not part of the choir.
When somebody come on the show, why you always be afraid?
The doctor is not part of the choir.
The Liberian is so bush.
All of them need to know that the Liberal is running the show.
You always preempt.
Dr. Male, anything on your mind tonight?
Look at it. Look.
Well, thank you, Liberal.
Thank you. Let me go on. So you say you got nothing to say, right?
The man want you.
But
he didn't want Malik go ahead. He didn't want you to tell Malik go ahead.
You don't want me to talk? I mean, just let me know so I can surrender.
Samson told him, are you serious? The man trying to put a towel and you get nothing to say.
But
I want to establish the ground rule. Quick.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, speak to
thank
mine.
you for welcoming me. My greeting to the rest of the panelists. You know, today I was thrilled by the picture I saw last night. You know, the boys in black with their bow tie.
Oh no!
And it's like
something to look for that picture.
The good news about it is that my patron were not in a group. That was the good news because. But again, I had a reflection like we're coming from the background of the Liberian star. Masonic.
You something.
So I said, well, maybe,
There you go.
You see the politics. You see the politics.
And when you see the picture, you want to conclude that Sese is the chairman of that Liberian Masonic group.
Wait a minute. Dr. Jones. I can't believe what I'm saying. So those guys took a picture. Really?
Oh, you didn't see it? But once I didn't see you there, I was safe.
Yes, guys. Amos George to his Dr. Jones, you know you're my guy. So let me just borrow a few seconds. Now I'm going to confess. I'm going to tell the public what the Liberal did. Terry, Amos George, Sese Goya is the chief architect of this whole thing here. When I got there, I called him. I didn't really reach out to Terry sooner because it was kind of like crazy. And I said, well, the reason I didn't tell Dr. Jones and even back on Jones, there's a big event coming up. If he was willing to come, and I told him, oh man, there's no need. So, I mean, you get something on hand. Not knowing Amos George and Sister Goya, they have talked. He managed to poison the minds of Sister Goya. Sister Goya agreed with it that they shouldn't tell me. The guy with the red tie, you know, the country laser, how their hair can look like, Samson too, was in the know. Terry King, Samson knows about it.
No.
Terry Collins came, he gave me a handshake. He never said anything. I was in the place there getting stuff going. The next thing I saw, Amos Joyce sending message. I'm like, what is God talking about? But you know what? Let me not waste your time. This is to show that our ally must be very strong on the network because these people, they are up for something much. Because you see what they did? They took a picture. I was there. It never caught my attention. Nothing.
So let me give you a little background on this picture. The first one here, you see here, we got Emma Joyce in the middle. and the entire liberal group decided that is not going to happen. We're going to push Amon Joy on the side. And look at it right now.
You see the difference?
Amon Joy has been pushed aside.
Oh my God. Yeah, this guy. I can't believe what I see.
But anyway, Dr. Mali, thank you. Thank you.
Anyway,
for bringing that up. Go ahead.
On a little serious note, it's like I'm beginning to do my own assessment, putting His Excellency leadership under the microscope right now. I've been wondering now what type of leader Joseph Boakai is.
Dr. Mali, can you fix your camera because your name is on your face? We can't see you.
Oh, okay. All right.
They will find fault on you anyhow, so you can't speak.
Let me repeat myself. I'm still alive.
Thank you.
I said I'm making an assessment now based on so many variable and some bad signal on who is Joseph Boakai and his leadership style. 2, Joseph Boakai 100 days will soon be around.
May 10.
Yes. It is most likely that Joseph Boakai 100 days may be representative of his 6th year in power.
God forbid.
And besides that, I just heard the CEO talking about the issue of culture of impunity. I don't even know why are we finding problem with what happened on the stadium. I don't know what we're finding problem with that. There is a foundation of culture of impunity that have been inherited by all the government, probably by Joseph Boakai government as well.
Right.
We cannot be complaining about culture of impunity where we still don't have a clear plan as to how we even solve the issue of serial killer. Serial killer have been in Helen Johnson government, they never caught them. It have been in our government, they never caught them. I have not even seen how we're going to approach that other issue. The violence continue in the community and in our society. So until the issue will be addressed, we'll continue to see some of these things probably on a more vast scale. I'm telling you, until the root cause is addressed, Libra. Thank you.
Thank you. So it's a very serious stuff, but we're not here to defend Joseph Boakai government. Joseph Boakai government has the ability to defend himself and express himself about their policy and whatever they're going to do. So we're going to take it a little bit serious here. Let me come to you before I go to Jerry. Let me come to you, Mr. George. I know the 100-day, you like Jerry and myself are refusing to try to dive into the 100-day deliverable because it's just like Sister stated yesterday, 4.63%. I mean, 4.6% of his entire 6 years. So they're not even that right thing to talk about. But what I want to ask Mr. George, do you think that just the President Boakai, do you think with just the snippet of what is happening, do you think he's on the right road or somebody have already hijacked the Unity Party and President Boakai administration, thereby trying to derail his whatever agenda that he might have for this country?
Let me disabuse it.
Please.
Let me disabuse the man, Samson. And this is the excuse you people all want to create for failure of leadership. That somebody is in the bubble, the person has been put in the bubble. This man stood up in front of 5.7 million people that he want to lead in. That time nobody was around him when you're making a decision. So I don't like to hear that word, oh, this person is in the bubble. No. You know, at the end of the day, if anything goes wrong, you will take the blame. The president cannot say, oh, my minister did this thing. No, it's you. So I don't want to hear that one from anybody. The president being put in the ball. No. But for me, it's too early for me to sit down to judge President Bouaka that he will be this good person or bad, because every leader sometimes it's not there some little missteps, which they happen. The point is whether they will recognize the correct. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I continue to say I want to see 6 months to 1 year. Then I'll be able to say, okay, this man will not change. Because 1 year gone, the same thing continue to happen. So that means he's not even recognizing the mistakes from the beginning. So it would be very premature for him to come and say, oh, just about that will fail the country. No. And then I will not be sincere. Let me see the 1 year first. Joe, they talk about some things. But 1 year time we'll be able to see the policy. Where they want to take this country within the next 6 years or 12 years, we'll be able to see. So, other than until that happens, I won't be able to make that kind of judgment, because then I will not be sincere. Because to say, oh, this will not happen, just 3 months, that would determine 6 years? No. So I will not be able to say so.
Let me go to Terry quickly. Terry, any concerns so far? The 100 days is around the corner. Any concern?
Yeah, Mr. Libera, good concerns. Like I said, some of the roads is going through rehabilitation, but we can only tell when there is a rain. When the rain fall, we will know that whether the road is properly done. Like your assertion the last time proved that these roads are they're going to malfunction, they're not going to be done properly, and all of that. So my concern is drawn to the inability for President Bouaka to follow through with most of his initiations. And we got a parable in Liberia that says that if the Christmas would be good, you will know from the eve. If that parable is true, then we cannot be saying that, that it's too early to determine the final analysis. Most government in and around the world is giving 100 days to prove the strength and the vigorous approach of the leader. And
Name me one government.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to say that I'm discouraged. I'm not going to say that, because I have confidence from the divine side that President Bouaka will deliver. The only thing I know about President Bouaka, based upon his temperament, is that he is slow to do many things. He will be slow to initiate many things, and that is what it is. But what I expected from President Bouaka is, especially knowing very well that a CDC-led government was not really performing and they had a lot of malpractices, corruption, all of that, I expected him to hit the ground running. By making some very stringent decisions that would affect the trajectory of the economy, by making sure that audit is done and followed through. All right? For example, President Bouaka, on his 100-day deliverable principle, he promised Liberians that he would tackle corruption, all right, on the VOA. But Miata family case still hanging. We have not heard anything. You understand? The chairman money, that issue with the Unity Party money, we have not heard anything.
Samson told
you understand? And all these things. So I thought that was what he was going to do, to hit the ground running and start taking some stringent decisions on his own people that will lay the groundwork, that will make people to say, oh, the president, that man is serious, that man ready. But right now, everything he's going to say going forward will not be believed by people. They will think that he's just joking, because they have not seen that drastic move from the initial stage of his leadership. And that is the one that I am skeptical about. I am not disappointed, but I am just skeptical because I know that he still have 5 more years going. But we must take into consideration that this year is finished. If that budget passes, which is the 700 million budget, which we already know that the expenditure for that budget have already been laid out, this proves to us that this year is gone. So let's forget about 1 year business. 1 year is gone. Let's begin to start projecting as to what he's going to do for next year going forward. You understand? So that is what it is.
Thank you. Let me go to Jerry quickly. Let me go to Jerry quickly. I'm running a show. Let me go to Jerry quickly. Jerry, there are those who believe about this 100-day.
You just need to change to Tom, then Jerry already.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
You three intention is to disrupt this show tonight, to come up with your conservative disruption, because your disruption will never be
you gotta change your position. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. I need to move them around. But let me come to you, Jerry. There are many people who are holding this government feet to the fire based on the 100 days I've started, whatever you want to call it. How can you disabuse us here tonight, Jerry, that indeed this 100-day, don't hold your breath on this 100-day issue. 100 days is just a statement. It is not written in stone. How can you help us to ease our mind with the 100-day since it's coming very fast?
Look, the 100-day is a projection on the people. But Bwaka and say, look, this is what I'm going to do. Look, I say it and I will say it over and over again. Mr. Bwaka, he might be slow, but he will execute his plan. It might take some time. If we do the 100 days almost here by May 10th, and it will be here. So look, all I can tell the Liberian, all the listeners this evening or whatever you are, Bwaka is a man of the word. It's a man of principle. And take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. He will deliver. He might not meet.
More than I can't upgrade him.
But look, conservatives, I told you guys, this is a show of a serious liberal show.
Listen, very I want you to
let him land.
I want you to listen.
Jared, go ahead, because I'm taking this thing very serious right now.
No, it's a serious matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, look, it would be a fantasy to say you're going to build a road from Ganta down to Maryland within that 90 days. Even within a great country we are living in the United States, it's impossible. I don't know how many miles. It's impossible. All he said was car will not get stuck. And this road will be conditioned. There's no way to say you're going to pave the road from Ganta all the way to Grand Gita, or you're going to pave the road from Ganta all the way to Lofa County. It's a fantasy. And we are, you know that, I know that. But what he's saying is the road condition will improve. Okay?
Confusing
you. And these are the things Mr. Bwaka would do the best he can to say within the 90 days, 10 more days, or maybe 15 more days, from now to the 15, to the 10. But look, Mr. Bwaka said it and gave him time. He will execute his thing. But let me say this to our CEO today. You know, I'm very delighted for you to compare me with one of the iconic individuals in our lifetime, our port. To compare with our port. I mean, it's an honor.
Yep. You're right.
That's true.
For you to compare me with our port, it's an honor. So, and thank God, anything I say here, there's a research, and I want to back it with document. That's why when I come, I say, yes, a document to prove what I'm saying. Let me conclude with this. With my brother Terry. Our constitution provides due process law. The accused, you have a right to remain silent. If you don't have a lawyer, we'll provide a lawyer for you. I mean, I'm not going to go word by word. When it comes to Miata family or the inaugural form, the investigation is spinning. It's going on. It's left for the Minister of Justice to execute. You see, the president, he is head, but we have a process to go through. It is easier to arrest somebody, but there's a due process law. We can't just grab somebody and say, you know what, we're going to throw them in the jail. No, that's not how the country works. We have due process. The accused, you have a fundamental right to be represented and be judged by a peer, which is a jury system that we have in our country. So I just want to make that point clear.
Thank you. Let me go to Mr. So. Mr. So, talk to us with the 100-day deliverable with respect to information that is coming from the government to the public. Is there enough information coming out, or is there any information coming out at all? You've been an information guru. Are you satisfied with the information that these people are putting out?
It's not. I'm not like you and him. It's not about me being satisfied. It's about keeping the Liberian people informed and not giving excuses. Sit down on a major network and give excuses for the government as if you are a spokesperson of the government. Do not do that. That is the same mixed signals and giving wrong information. As a result, the good side of the government will not even the good side. People tend to pick the bad side. So,
why you can't speak your own? You think I'm listening to you? You think I will take your advice? Why you can't speak your own? I ask you a question. You don't want to answer
I'm
my
not
question.
speaking to you. I'm speaking to the audience and people that are following. So, well, I think we all know the challenges is there, and this thing's not going to be an automatic thing. And you honestly came out to that here that it was not achievable. But for people to come and give justification, oh, he was just saying this, so he was saying it to what? To deceive us, to be like the same old people, what they did to us because they wanted political power. Why can't they be honest? And why some of you who support this administration, why you can muster the courage that if it is not happening, for God's sake, to say, yeah, it is not happening, but this is where we are making progress. That would be it. That would be understandable. But to come here and give you as a sort of salad dressing type, what Mr. Bacon, oh yeah, even though it's snow, but you're going to reach it. No, he said it, and we want to hold him off his word. This is what he told the Liberian people. He signed a major international cable wire, and he made those proclamations. So we must stick to it. And we know there are some progress being made. And you have looked at those roles from your background. You already know what is happening. You giving your voice as well. But I think when we have these conversations, and if it is done in an honest fashion, dependent where we find ourselves politically, and not insert our own personal emotions and sentiment into it, I think we'll do our country much good. We'll do the audience good, and the information that is required to get out there, it will get out there. I am not the one to judge. I can just only speak to what I know, and we all can have a conversation. So it's not for me to determine to say, oh, because they say A and it doesn't go my way, then I will say no enough information. I think that would be unfair.
Thank you. Dr. Malish, the man with the
independent
view
voices.
of I don't want to stay your view. Let me just come to you. Let me just come to you.
He's not independent.
No, we're independent. Yeah, please, we're independent. We know who he is. I've already sent him to Tota. I'm in Lofa County, so we know that we know who he is. Dr. Mali, I don't even want to say anything. What do you got to say about everything we've been saying?
Yeah, the only thing I want to say here is that I will continue to say what I said earlier, but let me just elevate the conversation to the next level right now. You will agree with me that Liberia has got systemic problem. And the type of problem Liberia has, to be very sincere as an independent mind analyst on this platform, it cannot even be solved in 12 years.
Independent mind.
Yes. Let's just be realistic about that. It cannot even be solved in 12 years. But what we expect, like Mr. Bacon said, the issue of time. Time is a killer instrument in politics. If the president is on top of things, he will touch down running. You don't need time. But let's accept Mr. Bacon's argument as it is for the discussion. When you say time, for me, I don't expect Baka to really do anything in 100 days. Not at all. What I expect to see in 100 days is a blueprint for the next 12 years in all sectors. Then I have a hope that even if Baka don't continue, he stop at 12, his 6th year, the next, all the other year coming now, there's something on the ground that we can debate on this platform that in the next 6 to 12 years, so will happen. So will happen. I have not seen that. That does not require 6 years. That does not require 3 months, 4 months. No, not at all. All right? They just went on a retreat. I thought they were going to come out with a blue because I was very happy about our retreat. I even congratulated, those who were behind our idea. All right? I didn't see no blueprint in the papers because we read this thing through. I went to the website, nothing. All right? But here is my take. I said earlier that Liberia is having systemic problem, and it's not a secret. We all are aware. But Liberia's systemic problems do not commensurate with President Bwaka's leadership style.
Now, who problem that one?
I come in now, give me a chance. I said President Bwaka, the systemic problem we have in Liberia, they do not commensurate with President Bwaka's leadership style. One, he's sympathetic. We don't need that kind of president right now. 2, he's kind. He's a kind-hearted man. The systemic problem we get in our country, we don't need that kind of president right now.
What kind of president we need?
Give me a chance. Let me finish.
Capital punishment.
3, he is detail-oriented. He had problem with finishing touches. We don't need that kind of president right now. 3, he's a people-centered. He loves people. Do we really need that kind of president right now? No. 6.
3 again.
Now 6. He's a very quiet personality, very likable. In view of our systemic problem, do we need that kind of president right now? No. He's very humble. We don't need that kind of president right now. Okay? He's too slow. The type of president we need right now, we need a president who will put on thick skin and tighten his belt and remove the shoe and wear big shoes and tie his face to solve the problem. All right? That's the kind of president we need right now. So President Bwaka, his leadership style is not in line with the type of problem we have in our country. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Let me come to Terry.
Who writing that?
Who cares? Let people speak their mind.
What about up there?
I said, put that in back because I don't read it,
Lord Jesus.
Those are the kind of things he like. They're the same people that in the same choir.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Terry, before I come to you, let me go to Mr. Josh. Mr. Josh.
Yeah.
Just a question I was going to ask you, and your patron, the PhD, decided to wrap everything up.
But
from all of his rapping.
I didn't even conclude part 2.
Conclude.
Conclude.
No, less than 1 minute. So with the analysis, I'm not against the president, but I'm in leadership. I'm learning.
With friends like this, who need enemy?
I'm coming now. I'm coming. You see, there are certain leadership got to commensurate with certain type of problem. That is a fact. All right? So there are certain things I know will not go away.
Not a fact.
Yeah, there are certain things that will go that will not go away very soon, even after Joseph Boakai. Okay, the mysterious killing is going to stay with us for a long time. Corruption is going to stay with us for a long time. Okay, hardship and inflation is going to stay with us for a long time because I see nothing even from the police sector or the security apparatus to say we're going to address. So even these serious killers who all over Liberia, they stay killing. Even now, the killing Benin is still going on. I rest my case.
Thank you. But folks, the audience we got tonight, they're very tough. They're very tough. I can tell you that. They're tough on all of us. But let me go to you, Mr. George. And there's only one question I have for you. It's not even a question, just asking for you to do us a favor. What do you make of President Boakai? Disregard all of the comment from your patron. What do you make of President Boakai leadership?
His style of leadership, I'm still trying to figure out.
Temperament.
Oh no, he got it.
Respect.
He has it.
Respect for others.
He has it.
Decision-making process.
Should I say methodical or slow? I may say maybe methodical. He's very careful.
George, don't be afraid. Blast the thing.
The Moja boy.
Yes, what the people can react.
Blast the thing. We are here. We're supposed to blast.
No.
You don't let the Samson go away.
Oh my goodness.
So let me say this. Look at Obama. Take Obama. Look at Obama. People say very calm, good going, but he took one of the toughest decisions in the world. Then people start saying, "Oh, but this guy, he's not someone that you can play with." So I'm not trying to compare with Boakai. Honorable Boakai, I think he's slow.
Okay. Let me ask a series of questions and you respond. Don't listen to the two people above you. They are not running the show. I'm running the show.
You want blast? They will blast you
let me ask you another question. His understanding of Liberian issues.
Oh no. Honorable Boakai, there's nobody can question Honorable Boakai understanding the Liberian issue. But let me tell you, just today, look at the decision he took with cluster the Western Mine.
Mr. George, no explanation. Just give it to me quick, and I'll move on. President Boakai, you told me his understanding of Liberian issue, no comparison. Let's go one more on that. His understanding of Liberian the economic situation in Liberia.
He knows it.
Thank you. Let me go to you, Terry.
Let me say this. He knows it.
Let me go to Terry, Mr. Central Right. Let me go to Terry.
When I said that Shema Bronte can't do it.
You think I come to play with her tonight? Let me go to Central Right. Let me go to Terry. Terry, let me come to you. You heard Dr. Mali, and you heard the quiz that we went through with the Central Right. On a very serious note, you expressed some concern here earlier. Do you think, with all of the concern that you have, do you think President Boakai, with considering his age, and I'll bring the age factor into this here, considering his age, do you think he has the ability to carry on fully? With God's help, that he will be able to continue to complete 6 years in this, or is that some of the things that you worry about as well?
Well, actually, I'm not really worried about his age because,
Okay.
one can be of a good age. In fact, I think presidents supposed to be older people. I don't support young men becoming presidents. I don't see great, successful young leaders that have ruled well. Because young men have a lot of things on their mind. They go into pleasure making, women get them distracted. Even biblically, all the young men that God used, raised up, they all made huge mistakes that brought devastation to Israel historically. So, from a biblical perspective. So, I think his age brings a lot of experience to the table, and a leader that must lead of 5 million people must have experience greater than, of an elder. But to Mr. Mali, I want to say that he got it wrong by saying that our President Boka is not the right leader this time. I don't think he's making a right plea because, leaders are chosen people by God. They are destined. And the characteristic that he outlined here and display prove to me that he's speaking about a personality that have the ability to reconcile. All right, a humble man, a man who like people, a man who is relational, and all of that. That is the kind of character we need now, because Liberia is a divided country right now. We got a lot of political differences. We got war differences. We need a reconciler, and I want to believe that is the reason why God chose him. And then he's an elder man. He understands the tradition and the culture of the state. He have this is what I'm saying. I would be very shocked and surprised if President Boka failed. I would be, because he have all the necessary capabilities to make sure that the country is doing well. So Mr. Bakon says something also that, it takes time and all of that. Was this not the same things we said about President Weah leadership? That, it takes time to investigate and this, that, and the other. Before we woke up, it was 6 years ago. When last did you see Miata family being called in for questioning? All right? Nothing whatsoever. And all of that. Will we be relying on those kind of things? So those are poor excuses. You have to hit the ground running drastically with a drastic approach on the issue of corruption. And I believe he have it in him. You cannot be going after or how you call it, or they under the LTA. You cannot be suspending these people for corruption, and then you have corruption setting in your own backyard. You cannot deal with that first. Then it means that you are putting up a front. And the reason I'm saying that is because I want President Boka to succeed, because I believe that he have all the necessary mechanism to succeed. And in order for him to succeed, he have to start to become very drastic on his own people that are within his circle. Once he begin to take those decisions, it will be easier for him to carry on. So yes, President Boka's age have nothing to do with his ability to lead. In fact, I admire him today when he went out to the end with the MCC to go and check on his on the cleaning up campaign that is going on in the city. I admire that, because every time he appears in the public, it sends out a signal that I am not sick, I am well, I am strong. Because that narrative that people keep carrying around, oh, the man sick, the man did, the man that, they still want to believe. So every time President Boka make an appearance in the public, is a signal that he's sending that I am well and strong and I am ready for this tax.
Thank you. Jerry, folks, we'll put a number out now. So give us a call if you care, if you have the time, give us a call. Let me go to Jerry. Okay, Jerry, just a minute. Let me answer this. Samson to Liberia Public Radio. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, my name is Augustus P. Flum, and I'm calling from Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island.
P. Flum, hold on a minute, please. Let me merge this other color here. Please just bear with me. All right, P. Flum, go ahead.
Yes, like the brother.
Go ahead.
I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing echo, but it's okay.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Folks, if it is not your turn, please mute yourself so that you don't get to hear echo. Go ahead, Flomo.
Yes, like the brother was saying, he'd be very surprised if Bouaka fails. But on the contrary, I would be very surprised if Bouaka succeeds. Because if you look at Bouaka's life, in the man's entire life, there is nothing anybody, even on your show, can point to that Bouaka has been successful in. Apart from being handpicked by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to be that country's vice president, which has given him the popularity today, and that's why he won the election. So the latest one was... hello?
I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, can you just stop that?
No, I was saying the latest one when we saw that Nyebli Kanga led the CPP, Mr. Cummings led the CPP, they won a lot of seats, Mr. Euro led the CPP, but when Bouaka took over the CPP, and then he came to America, everybody was saying, oh, when the Papa goes back to Liberia, he will solve that CPP problem. Papa is wise, he's a man of wisdom, he has so many years under his belt. So as soon as he gets back to Liberia, the Papa will solve that CPP problem. On the contrary, when you got to Liberia, the CPP disintegrated and then everybody went their way. So I'll be very surprised when Bouaka succeeds because there is no history of success behind Bouaka. Thanks for having me and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let's go to Walter Carter. Please make it brief. Other people are online. Walter Carter, please go ahead.
Hello. Why should you bring me to make it brief? It'll be better you take my call than to say I'm gonna be making it brief.
Walter Carter, the time you take to explain from Total to Bogota.
I gotta explain to the audience here how partial you are on this network when it comes to people that support the former establishment.
What do you mean people? Say CDC. Say CDC. What do you mean people?
Yeah. Anyway, and because you don't want for us to unearth your shame, that's why you keep sidelining people. But this is the thing here. I'm surprised tonight. Mr. Barton says something. You see, you should take it to the bank.
Oh, okay, hold on. Walter, let me merge the number, please. Hold on. I don't want you because when you're talking, and okay, the three amigos are on. Go ahead, Walter Carter. You're one of them. Go ahead.
So I'm surprised. I'm surprised tonight that Mr. Barton says something on this platform and nobody will be talking. You said we should take.
Jesus. Hold on again, please. But you guys, you got to make it brief because that people keep calling. Carter on a very serious. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Mr. Barton said that we should take to the bank that Joseph Bouaka is a man of his word. The first thing, Joseph Bouaka lied. I will use the word lie because when somebody tell the truth, they lie. Joseph Bouaka said in 100 days, he said it in a campaign, he said it when he was president-elect, he said it when he was president proper. That in the first 100 days, he will do this, he will do that. He has done nothing in the first 100 days but part of noise in the country. People are dying every day. We see violence being placed on the streets. We see riots. We see police killing people. We see people being losing their jobs and more family going in poverty. That's all we see. Mr. Bouaka telling us Mr. Bouaka is a man of his word. No, he's not.
Okay.
He's an old car still parked in the garage, and then who he is. That's what he's supposed to be. Unfortunately, if a liberal progressive who helped to make our country regress, to put us way back, promoted this man to come and put us in more degradation, in more suffering, hardship, and everything they think about. Mr. Thor, stay with Joshua.
Thank you. Thank you.
This was Joshua for bringing a calamity on us as a people.
There we go. CDC will put their foot in their mouth again tonight. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let's go to the other amigo. You're three of you. You're on here. So let's go. Bring them up.
Hello.
Yeah, bring them up.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for the show. Well, all the characteristics you guys gave, oh man, you not had one. It doesn't have. One, all the characteristics. You don't have. You talking about the president, no Galadro? The president appoint, he's in a casual Galadro. He's the only president I appoint more advisor than any other president. You got security advisor, but get AFA advisor, you get police advisor, you get a DA advisor, all those ministry advisor. They come out, somebody know Galadro. First of all, The president came for change. He brought in a man. We already know the president is old, but he brought in a man that you can hold stick or you take him downstairs or you do stay on opposite. He told me, I came for change. Secondly, did you listen to Stedon? Stedon with this phone? The truth is coming out. The reason is Mr. To and let me say my uncle to call Jerry. Just they are trying to meeting to be like they talking they see hope in the president is because to come out and be ready and say, oh, we made a mistake. That's you're finding difficult. But seeing God for Terry and Jerry trying to be fair. But let me say it's true. If president role in the system, been in the system for 41 years, plus 12 years of our president, they changed that pool, whatever, and what Terry just said. You keep for change. You cannot have those same marks behind you, full manner. If you keep on change, the system, you have to sell your own system. Your own system, you have to sell your own system for your own system. But if you got people around you, like that same man, why would you go to someone and say, oh, you can't prosecute the person? You see that people say, oh, but your own people around you, now prosecute them, other people you go prosecute. 1 month from now, 3 months from now, if the president take no decision, you will not prosecute nobody in our government because
from 9 months to 3 months.
Will hold him down.
Okay, thank you. No,
I can't. Let me let one. Secondly, let me let one here. You talk about role. The president, that statement the president made was clear. The president said it, and I think of Mr. to clarify. The thing about it, when you want to be fair to the people, if you fair to them, they will not like you. The president himself then play for the people. So it's not correct. You ought to be fair and say the truth. Thank you for the show.
Thank you.
Break your
Let me merge the other color. So Teddy Lion, go ahead. Hold on. Teddy Lion, hold on 1 minute. Teddy Lion, go ahead.
Oh yeah, thank you very much for taking my call. The new job we're in the study time.
Teddy Lion, go ahead.
What happened is Mr. Actually, you guys will need to really change your pattern of advocating for Liberian people because it seems the young man Terry is a very brilliant, smart man. I will listen. But he invested all his time, all his best analysis behind this failure. This old man who has killed Liberian people. And the same time I made an analysis, he came with a description of young people who always need to pay for difficult days. He's one of the examples as a failure. He's a young man when he speaks. People listen to his wisdom, but he tried to polish Waka because he thinks I go so Waka is a failure. And as the public loves you so hard, but trying hard to not feel the Liberian people because he wants to feel the Liberian people by removing person and putting Waka in. That's wrong with you. We're not talking yet. It's time for you guys to set the record straight. Let's start straight to state. What are Liberian people? What are other people who have
in 100 days? What are feeling Liberian people?
Yeah, but you need to go after the prominent and others. What I said, but now he's trying to dismiss, to replace others or suspend people because they say that they have some large financial crisis. No, he needs to set the example from himself. Because he is, for the very early stage, he has failed the Liberian people in wrestling. So it's high time for us to tell the truth. We cannot keep punishing this man. There's no coming to public when he gets on the stereo, trying to inform people that he's strong and all this. We cannot keep, causing this woman like this. So by the time you can don't put yourself the honest 100% like this.
Thank you.
When you tell the people, bring me to work, Jerry.
Thank you. All right. A nice caller will be the number 763
Hey, Mr.
number.
Mr. Thor, how you?
No,
Mr. Thor, how you doing?
Now you Cooper. There's another person first. 67283 number. Are you there? Okay, Cooper, go ahead. Cooper, go ahead.
Hey, good evening.
7242?
Yeah, 7242. Go ahead. Cooper, just hold on 1 minute. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Go ahead. Make it brief. Bring Cooper in.
Elvis. Yeah, it's Elvis from Minnesota calling.
Oh, Elvis. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Mr. Thor, I'll let you can treat me on the show. Me and Mr. Soul, we can talk. You know my number. You see my number. You can recognize my number. Even my
Because
voice.
CDC number.
You recognize my voice when I
I'm
call.
blind to CDC number. I can't see CDC number. Go ahead.
Look, let me disagree with my party, my fellow partisans. It's too early to judge this, this presidency.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I see your number. You have a good number. Go ahead, my brother.
Well, we come on this platform, we are genuflecting and trying to find ways to twist ourselves into ideological pretzels to try to justify, the failure of CDC and try to compare and juxtapose it with this government. It's unfair. Let me tell you what I think. I'm no soothsayer, but there's a point that government will be very, very similar to George Weah government.
In what terms?
In terms of the hope and then the subsequent disappointment that we saw under President Weah, we'll see under President Boyka. And I'm not saying it's out of any malice.
What gives you that conclusion?
All right, thank you. It's the old adage, the old idiom. You're nobody by the eve if the Christmas.
My goodness.
Go
ahead. You're gonna have to step back to Christmas and Eve because we didn't hear the other stuff. Something that went wrong with your number. With your
okay,
phone.
I would say, the old idiom, you're nobody eve before if the Christmas will be good.
Right.
The point here is this government is ill prepared. They're still making appointments 3 months, over 100 days into the administration. We're still making appointments. President is playing a blind eye to the rule of law. So a lot of things that we expected this president to be different on. It's quite similar to the previous government. But at the same time, I'll be unfair to say that this government is a failure with the first 100 days. Number one, when you talk 100 days deliverables, you need money, a lot of money, and we lack that. So I'm not going to blame him for the lack of money. But he himself was naive to try to do
what I can say about
goals.
you are one seditious who don't like to put your foot in your mouth. So go ahead and make your point. I like that.
Okay, let me wrap up. I know the other gentleman is behind me here.
Yeah.
But the point is, these things it's politics. That's what you call puffing. People come up and they puff up and try to exaggerate certain things. But your man Roland Giddings, who are on these different platforms making all the big muff, he's in charge of the roads now. He's in charge of public works. Let's see how he performs. In 2-3 years, I will judge him. And you yourself, hopefully by the grace of God, we have a long life. We'll see the kind of roads that they build, the kind of infrastructure that they improve in that country. If not, we'll get in the same grade that we get CDC, which for me will be a C. The reason I got a C, a barely passing grade, is because we can go to war. But in terms of the governance of the country, it's quite similar to CDC so far. But let's hope they'll get better at it. Thank you for taking my call, Mr. Two.
Thank you, Ever. You are a good seditious. Thank you.
So is he saying CDC failed?
Mr. Cooper, please, guys, just bear with me. Let me bring in Cooper because let me call him back, let him make his point, and then we can move on.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Thor.
Thank you. Sorry that the other guys were making their point. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
Mr. Thor, thank you for the show this evening. One of the things I want to say concerning the 100 days, I know within 100 days, the president cannot do everything that he promised within 100 days. But in that 100 days, we expect at least for there should be some sign that Liberian people see to know that the woman is an experienced person. And Many times, people with a supporter or parties in the Union Party, we are sharing blame on the Gillespie, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. President Barker is a very experienced person that worked in the government for a very long time. Not only working as a minister or director, he worked as a vice president. So there will be no other way that the Minister of State of Presidential Affairs will change the decision of the president.
This is what the old lady can say. Baby.
Okay, so in a sense, citizens are going here and they're taking the social media, they're striking the government attention because of what Joseph Barker, everything he said that you are going to do during the campaign period, he are not implemented. No, because if you are going to bring international auditor to audit these people that basically are in jail by now, I don't think the nurse were going to be on the Facebook. But he giving the people the edge, he giving them every chance and getting they will create chaos. I need to make a government unpopular. So if you continue to work with this kind of situation, shall we blame the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs to say that he the one that making the government not working well? To me, that's a mere propaganda. So the only is not time. If you have been the leadership, use the leverage that you have and use the leadership ability that you have and make it known to Liberian people so Liberian people will be able to get to how that say that you can lead them tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Toh.
Thank you. And that will be the end of the phone call tonight. I want to thank all of you. Let's go back. Let's go around the room one more time, and then let's see whether whoever pick up something from the Mr. So. Let's come to you. Did you pick up anything from the phone calls that perhaps you want to respond to?
No.
Okay, Dr. Mali.
Yeah.
Anything from the phone call you care to address?
Yes. There was this caller who I rather respect his view and his right when he said I've been a bit negative about the president. I just want to thank the caller first of all for expressing his view. He's entitled to it. But on a very serious note, not that I was looking at the president from a negative point. I just been doing my own political calculation and assessment. We've been in Liberia. We've been surviving under government. All right. President Boakai, I'm beginning now to find problem with the 40-year under his belt. Because if President Boakai have 40 years of experience under his belt, and there are some little lapses so early, I'm finding problem, like even the word calling youth touchdown running. You know, it like, let's be very sincere here. The 100 days, we all pray that things work up for the benefit of every one of us, including our people back home. All right. But the last caller struck a very important thing here. What are the signs? Okay. Now I even baffle one of the toughest things in Liberia, the issue of the systemic corruption. I have not heard of any strategy, nothing at all how President Boakai is going to go about fighting this thing. He was on BBC. It's on GNN Liberia News. He said he will fight corruption. Anyone caught in corruption, they will be dismissed. We've been going that way many years. We can't keep going that way. We'll be dismissed, we'll be dismissed, we'll be dismissed. No. We want to see the strategy how President Boakai is going to put corruption under control. I'm sure he will not fight it 100%. But he can start something that the other people in government will end. But I don't see this sign. And so when the caller said I've been negative, not that I've been negative, but it's like I'm now trying to look at President Boakai leadership style. And to be frank with you, President Boakai leadership style, when I put it one side, when I put it on the scale, and put all the problems that we have in Liberia on another scale, President Boakai, he's soft.
Okay. Thank you.
We want president with a very thick skin. Or if he can put on thick skin, but it will be impossible because that's how he is, that his nature there, you see. And that's why we will say we wanted him. So since he uniting the people and he can't put the killer under control, then you don't go that direction now.
Okay. Thank you. Jerry, any phone call from the phone call, anything you want to address?
Yeah, thank you. Look, yeah, issue that we need to be dealt with. Look, I always say that the Liberian overwhelmingly supported Mr. Boakai to be president of the Republic of Liberia. And the president, during his campaign time, he say, in 100 days, this is not going to happen. I'm not making excuses for the president. I'm not a spokesman for the president. I'm not a spokesman for the Unity Party. I'm on LPR as an analyst and to be objective when I'm speaking. At the same time, I just want to make some few points here. I think one of the callers said Mr. Boakai is still appointing people in the cabinet. As long as he's the president of the Republic of Liberia, during his tenure as president, he will still be appointing people because there are people who will be fired, people will die, people will transfer to different positions, and the other people will be going up there. So Mr. Boakai will still be appointing people.
Thank you.
Look, I'm just one thing I want to make sure.
All right. Okay.
Look, go back and listen to Jerry Roden something when they interviewed him with Mr. Boakai issues. May his soul rest in peace, Jerry Roden. What he said, he never called Mr. Boakai, he called him Mr. Clean. He called him Mr. Clean. He called Mr. Boakai Mr. Clean. So that's number one. Number two, look, my dear brother Terry alluded to it. The budget has just passed up to this time. If there's money, you execute. If there's no money, you cannot execute. So even if we can talk about the 100 days, or I will build the roads and there will be no stock and things. You don't have no money. You can't do it. The budget can't pass. You can't allocate any money. That's one aspect of it. Let me conclude by this.
Boy.
But I don't want to give it credence, but I just want to make something quick. When Joshua came to power, Joshua broke ground until Liberia. Right now we got airplane in Liberia.
That's it, Jerry. I like that.
Mr. Jerry let us throw jobs. So you see the gun,
yeah.
We never have Salami. We never have Salami. Yeah, exactly. We never have Salami in Liberia until Joshua came to power because he now break ground so much until we got Salami in Liberia right now. You know, we got erosion all over the country. So look, if you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. And some of us will know the genesis of CDC. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. George, any phone call you care to address?
Yeah. Thank God, I think the second to the last guy who said I'm back, Mr. Omen Boakai. Thank God for him.
Thank you, Brother George.
But I wanted to go to Kete because Kete is part of our analyst. You know, Kete, continue. The message might be good, but you are the wrong messengers. You come here to talk about killing in Liberia. Can you tell me how many jobs we have created in 6 years? You can't say that, then you can't. Oh, we're suffering. We're suffering. They're firing people. Joe, where did not fire people? So, look, please, Kete. I understand you always say you put country before, your country before personality. No. You people are aware shame. And you people got to realize that the election is gone. They got different captain on our ship. Today, your Secretary General was to the Capitol building. Look at it. Look at him. He didn't have quite 20 people with him. They said they were demonstrating. Why you can't see the writing on the wall, Kete? Are there mistakes Joseph Boakai have made? Yes. But should we judge the whole 6 years now by 3 months? Between that and then somebody else, then I will not be objective. If I judge Joseph Boakai 3 months for 6 years, then I'm not being honest. I continue to be one of the strongest critics of Joseph Boakai. I say, everybody know me for that. But I say, if he's doing right, I will say it because he's not the president. So the way people rushing, and I told you, Samson, let me borrow for something, you continue to put your foot in your mouth. Yeah. So you're just let people. Yeah. You come here, so they tell you, we explain on Josh, we are the master on the instant in dry yet. Then you come to come here and start yelling. Just sit down and shut up and see what Joseph Boakai want to take this country. It's too early, 3 months for you to come. 6 years suffering, can you compare with 3 months?
Thank you. Terry, and then coming from the phone. Oh,
yeah, actually, yeah, I think Evans admitted that President we are score C, and that was a good thing. And the only
Terry, where are you?
No, he dropped. So let me
in Liberia.
Oh,
go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, what happened here is I don't even know. But
when I tell you in Liberia,
I'll tell you, and I go internet I will. But anyway, he's saying so that means President we are probably score C because he's trying to compare President we are with President Boakai just because President Boakai was able to go 3 months. And I can understand his level of frustration. It tells me that he wants for President Boakai leadership to end up like President Weah's leadership. That is his expectation. And because in his mind, President Weah score C, so President Boakai should score C. And that mentality, I think, is very myopic. Now, what I want to, what I want to say is that, what I want to say is that.
Can you bring it down? Because I don't even know what myopic is. What you try to bring it down a little bit, man. Why are you telling me that?
Anyway, yeah, I think Elvis, reconstruct that particular your position and come back. But President Boakai, my thing, I listened to Mr. Mali saying that the killing. There is no nation with all killing, Mr. Mali. The degree of killing is the one we look at. Under President Weah, the type of killings you saw under President Weah, we didn't see it, is not what is happening under President Boakai. All right, with the auditor's death, direct killings that you can trace, all right, and all those kind of things. We didn't see those kind of assassination going on. We don't see it. And you talk about high leadership. We have had Charles Taylor. We have had the late President Doe. We have seen tough dictatorial leadership. Liberia did not improve. So I don't understand when you say you don't need a soft leader. You need a hard leader. So what kind of leadership are you trying to present to the Liberian people? We just had President Weah, who never used to even talk to the people, and who are very rigid on some radio stations and shutting them down and all of that. We saw Madam Sirleaf in certain time of her leadership, she was exhibiting some level of dictatorship. Is that the kind of leadership you want us to have? I don't think that is precise. But however, my recommendation for President Boakai will be, President Boakai, for me, not for everybody, publish your asset before your 100-day is concluded. That could be part of your 100-day deliverable. Publish your assets. Number two, you need a financial expert to give you a full projection. Give the Liberian people a full projection of what the economy is going to look like in the next 6 years. We need a projection. Also, give us a vision, projecting at least a 12-year vision projection. Are you understanding? As to what your arrest agenda is going to be able to achieve. We need those things documented on paper. Like how President Weah had a popo agenda. Madam Seri had poverty reduction strategy. We need something that we can hold you accountable to. We don't just need, flare stuff, and all of that. In as much as I support your government and I hope and believe that you are going to succeed, give us projections that will cause us to remain hopeful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, Terry, thank you. Thank you. Let me,
So how you want to express it? Thank you.
The cow here won't be ready tonight.
Just watch and see.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be closing now. Let's take 1 minute each, folks. We're behind time now, so let's go to Mr. George. Mr. George, what will be your closing for the night?
Let me just say
1 minute each, please.
Yes. The Supreme Court today denied the LT people the prohibition rate, so that matter is closed. They will not be investigated by the government. No,
they will or they will not.
They will be investigated because that was the letter based on a suspension. And the chairman on national security in the Senate, Momo Saros, said something today that 40 million was given to this company to do the national ID card of Liberia of every citizens. But to her utmost surprise, that contract never went through the legislature. 40 million hours. And the people cannot deliver. So he'll be recommending that they terminate the contract. Tear it. Barack Obama was very young when he took all the United States. He didn't fail. Macron of France is about 30-something. So this notion that all people are better leaders, no. It depends on the individual. You got some young people who are good leaders, and you got some old people who are bad leaders, and also you can find some old people to be good leaders. So that you difficulty you're coming from that point, please go do more research on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me go to Malik. Dr. Malik, 1 minute, please.
Yeah, first of all, I want to debunk two things Colin said here, the issue of killing. What is the blueprint from our national security to put this thing under control? It's business as usual. People dying in our country, it's not supposed to be something that we sympathize with. It can even be one person, it can even be a child. So you can say they are killing all over, and therefore the magnitude, killing is killing. What is the blueprint to put this thing under control? There where I'm coming from, I have not seen one. And killing is not killing. It's not good under a democratically elected government. You get mysterious death, all those kind of things happening. Look at the two girls that they just killed. Go and read the newspaper. So killing is not killing. I sympathize with our family. And we don't expect this kind of thing to be happening because as of now, there are no clear blueprint to even tell me how those kind of thing going to be put under control. That's the first thing. Two, you talk about we have high leadership. We have never had high leadership in our country there. The only high leadership we have in our country that the person was very vehement and took decisions that even cost his life was Torbo. When he hanged even some of his own relative for ritual killing in Maryland. All right? Those are the tough government we're talking about. People who will close their eye and take decisions. We have not had that kind of government apart from Torbo. Doe was a military man. Later on, he being what? He was wrapped in corruption. He was not even tough. Helen Johnson King, we call her the Iron Lady. What did she do down there? All the problems we're talking about today, it should have been solved under Helen Johnson's leave. They should have been solved there because she got enough money to put it under control. His Excellency President Boakai was put in charge of all the youth, all right, for rehabilitation and other things. What happened? You see, so we have not had a tough leadership. And the problem we're having in our country right now, we need a tough leader that will close his eye and take some decisions.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go, Jerry. 1 minute, please.
Something I want to stretch on here. Something I want to stretch on here is our education system. It is killing us. It is killing us. We are on the platform. I came from way. Most of you probably didn't know where I come from. Sir. From way from B and the.
No, you came from Maserado.
No, I come from Maserado. From way B and the. You even know that I play by Joseph. I forget about it. I asked you, I said, "What B and the?" You even know.
I know it.
Thank you. But the question here is the education system is a flaw. We need to revamp our education system. Most of our teachers today, some of them have teacher training. They just go in the classroom. And these are the people who are going to succeed us tomorrow. And it is time for us to start thinking. Even we can talk about it. The kidding, the economic, the police, the agriculture. Who are these people going to step up to the plate? Think you on the platform today. Go back and look at your elementary teacher. Who held your hand to be where you are today? Our education system is broken. It is broken. I can remember when I was going to school, we used to have careful because we live with people. You were happy to go to school. You were hungry. Careful. You were happy to go to school to go eat.
A bugger we.
Thank you. Someone will live for people. You are happy when school, no food, you go to school, you eat. You take out your cardboard sheet, you put your food in there, you eat, you feel good. Look at today. Look at our school education system. If I would just change the education system, why will I will follow suit in Liberia? I know I got 30 seconds. Agriculture. School used to open, school used to close from November, December, January, February. My school opened. We changed the system. You know what the reason was? Because of agricultural purpose. So when school closed, you will be able to go in the interior to help your parents. So when you're coming back to the city, you'll be able to get food today for you to be able to support yourself. Our father, you go pick cocoa, coffee, palm nuts, you do it. Even in the great United States here, that will always emulate. Summertime coming. The children they're going to do summer job. They're going to pick apple. They're going to do left guard, all the things for the summer. Why we change the system? God want know. Have a good night.
Thank you.
I know the ED can answer that question. Probably let it go to him. He's the best person to answer that question.
On a very serious note, I want to make this comment here very quickly. Mr. So, I want to take this opportunity to tell you thank you very much for such a leadership display that you demonstrated during the past weekend.
Yeah.
We know Jerry
awesome.
Zia was your cousin.
Yeah, past weekend.
Mr. So, please let me make my point. And so, not only were you supposed to be sitting as one of the family, but you took LPR and for 3 days straight.
Yeah, perfect recording too.
Carried out, and LPR was being watched all over the world. Not only did you do that, you are also a CEO, and you did not ask me or ask any of us, Terry or even Sissy, to say, can you guys help me? I think that's a demonstration of leadership that many people don't have. Because for me, as a leader, if you want people to serve you, you serve and show an example of how for people to serve each other. And I think you demonstrated that this weekend. And it's because of that, because of your engagement. You were not even in the picture here that I was showing. But I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. And we all highly appreciate what you did.
Thank you. Followed by Both here, already are both here. When you get somebody do a good work, you send a gift card, Dunkin' Donuts, can't give me for nothing. Thank you, thank you. Please.
Very good.
Yeah, man.
Very good.
I mean, take
So
a picture,
anyway,
you put it
what
up.
will be your closing, Mr. So?
So, my closing is both here. They get something when people work hard, they call appreciation.
But who the both here?
Oh, when it comes to
Oh,
when it comes to giving Dunkin' Donuts, you have no both here.
no, when it comes to money matter.
Thank you so much, and I would say, Pat Jones, Dr. Jones offered to go, but as you all know, this month too is another hectic month making preparation. So we need to deploy that line of reasoning. He should rest, he should have a good time to wait for his bigger day. But the bottom line, Terry, not even this one. The first time when I went there, he made his way CC. And overall, I was shocked. I'm not sure why the far right guy could not with people like Sissy Goyo. And everything became like a secret. But I think all of us, we have come a long way on this network, not just only here. And it's the good thing, we can disagree, we do some stuff, label people who they are. And guess what? But when we leave, all goes right back in our chat room as if nothing happens. This is the mature part. This is a responsible part of it. We don't, when we talk here, we leave from here. It's done. It's done with. But I think we are on an obligation to do what we are doing. Except that we'll continue to have a conversation with me, Allah, on this network, Dr. Jones. Image George now is
independent voices.
Image George is sitting down with those guys.
But George is compromised, so just forget about it.
I think
you are at the dinner table.
Yeah, Dr. Jones, we need to have a meeting and see what we can do. But right now, dealing with Image George is exposing yourself to the liberal wing of this.
Okay.
We got to think twice.
Enjoy we are.
Yeah. But look, we gotta. Nobody is again. Like I said, a media group is not a resistant group. No, we're just here to do our work and do what we're supposed to do. But we more and more over, we are obligated to our audience. They count on us, not that they can't find the information. And when you have people like of Samson to the liberal, heavily supported and backed by my own friend and brother Jerry Barker, we always try to be.
Mr. So, point of correction. Say co-host conversation with something B2.
Yeah, maybe we got to change the name now. That's a matter you correct.
No, they don't want to announce it, but we know that the direction is going in window.
Let that new will surface. Trust me. To be so
that's all right.
Yeah, it's trouble. But you know what? We will not give up. I think Terry is standing up. Collins is standing up to them. I'm
surprised tonight, sir.
Oh, okay. But other than that, guys, I think.
Thank you. What tomorrow?
I want to see how they're going to catalog the 100 days when it comes. I want to hear from themselves. I don't want to be the one to I want to see how they're going to catalog what the pressure it will be honest. And Samson told Jerry Barker will not come here to be the fixer again for them.
That one I showcase.
The 100 day is May 10th.
We know.
One more day.
Yeah.
So why are you asking Sam when it starts? You don't know when it starts? You don't know when he became the president of the Republic of Liberia. You're asking
if we're in CDC, if we're in the sedition.
Mr. Stowe, the sedition are not serious. So we got to confuse them as much as possible. They put us in a hole. President Barker is trying to take us in a hole, and they're all over here about 100 days.
You still get in a hole, yeah?
Yeah.
No, but President Baka is taking us. Dr. President Baka is taking us out of the room. But anyway, folks, let me tell all of you, thank you, Dr. Malice, Jerry, Mr. Soul, Terry, and Mr. George. Thank you guys very much. Let's meet again tomorrow, and we'll be here to do the best.
I said this. Let us see if the CEO can give, so we can be able to display our information. I leave among ourselves. Telephone number. Love try to change instead of just coming on the show. Just
He'll take care of that. He'll take care of that.
All right.
So
Well,
again,
they still got everybody's number.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you get your man, you get your patron number. You see that? You see that? You see that?
I have the number. That's fine. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much.
All right.
That is a candid picture. A candid picture that we're gonna take it and frame it.
We need to play a special homecoming.
Exactly.
Good night, folks. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Dr. Mali, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, folks, Samson told Liberia Pub Radio. We want to thank all of you again for tuning in to Liberia Pub Radio. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. We'll say good night to all of you. Please, let's tune in tomorrow for Mr. Soul Show, where we'll be able to have some wonderful, wonderful time as well. Thank you. Let's continue to pray for one another, and let's ask God to continue to guide us. With that said, I will say good night to all of you. Thank you very much, and good night, folks.
I was saying to brother, I want to say you to go. My name will be there. No, scared of being there. I would not come over. You go ahead. I never see it ever good. Some. Maluo.